Hi everybody, today I am going to talk to you about the new updates we have for using Microsoft Teams. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen. So, I am logged in as a child, and so this is what you will be able to see. The first thing to note is that as opposed to getting your weekly assignment with your timetable, you will now be getting a daily assignment, which will be uploaded onto Teams the day before by 4 p.m. And how to access that assignment, what you need to do is you click on Teams. I'm sure you're all very familiar with this anyway, and then you'll click on your year group. Now I'm going to click on Dodd class just because that's what we've been trialing these things with. So if I'm in year 6, I'll click on year 6, reception, click on reception. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to click on Dodd class. And then you will see your chat, which I'll come on to in a minute. And at the top, you'll need to click on assignments. And what you will see is a list of the assignments that have been assigned, okay? So underneath assigned will be all the different assignments that you will have yet to be completed and that your teacher has assigned for you. So I'm going to click on, as you can see here, Monday the 25th of the 1st, so we're 25th of January. So I click on that. And there might be a little introduction here from your teacher. There might not be. Don't worry either way, really. The thing you need to know about is this here, the reference materials. You click on that. And then you will see a timetable that looks very similar to this, okay? Note how this is not a weekly timetable. This is a daily timetable. It still has everything you need in for the day, all the advice that your teacher's given you for the day and the explanation is in there. But the thing that is important, it only has a day's worth of learning. Okay. Looking at this, you will also see that there are no links, or there shouldn't be any links. So you can see there for computing, there is no links. There is a reason for that. And the reason is that we have looked into the fact that some of you have struggled to access links and tried to find a more efficient way. And we found a more efficient way. And the way you can access all the links you'll need for the week is just simply by clicking on Files at the top for your team. And then if you go into, while it loads, Class Materials, you will find everything you need in those class materials. So you can see here, this is week beginning 18th of the 1st, which is this current week. And then your teacher will have helpfully labeled every single thing you're going to need really, really clearly. It's done in order, so you can see Mondays at the top, then Tuesday, etc., etc. And then I'm not sure there's any resources in at the moment. There isn't, but if you were to click on Monday's English, you would see all the resources you need. So there's no longer the need to click on the links from the timetable. So don't panic when you don't see them. The other thing to note is the fact that it has rather threateningly looking daggers next to each folder. Do not panic. That is just Teams' way of telling you that you can't edit any of the folders, which is quite useful because some children might accidentally delete or edit some of the resources. That can't happen in the class materials folder. So that is how you can access the files. The other thing to note, although we are going to be providing a daily timetable through the assignment section, I know that there's been some feedback saying that having a weekly timetable and being able to see the whole week's learning is really, really useful for some parents and children. That's great. So we will still be providing that, although it's going to be like a skeleton timetable. So it'll be very, very vague and basic. And that will be, rather than set as an assignment, it will be put in your file section, and it will go into your chat, as you can see here. It will just go into the chat, and that will be uploaded by Sunday at 4 o'clock, and it will give you the week's kind of overview, so to speak. So you still will have a weekly timetable alongside your daily assignment. Now, Another really, really good thing about this is feedback, the ability to give feedback. At the moment, we're obviously using emails, but this is a far more efficient way of doing it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to submit work. I click on the assignment for my day, and then I click on the actual assignment, and then you can see here it says my work, and it gives you the option to add work. So I'm going to click on that, and then I will click on upload from this device, and then all I need to do is just select the documents I want to submit to my teacher. So they might be pictures of your work, they might be Word documents, PowerPoints, however it is you've done it, as we have been doing up until this point, you can submit that work. So for example, you can see here, just while it's loading, there you go. I've submitted Mr. Slattery English 25th the 1st. And that's really important that you name your files as clearly as possible for your teacher with your name, the subject, and the date on, ideally. The reason is because, as you'll see in a minute, you do have the option of uploading quite a few different files to one assignment, a maximum of 10, in fact. And if they all have random names, we're not going to know which ones they're for, and it might take a bit of time for us to try and work out what it corresponds with. So you can see there I've uploaded English. Now, you can submit work throughout the day. So for example, I finished my English, I've uploaded it. Now I'm going to do my maths, I'm going to upload it. Okay, so to demonstrate that, I'll just upload some maths using the same process. There we go. So you can upload it throughout the day, and your teacher will be able to see that. So your teacher may be able to feedback to you throughout the day, but if it's easier to just upload it all at the end of the day, all you need to do is just go and add work, make sure your files are clearly named, as I've already discussed, and highlight all of the files you want to upload, click open, click done, and then you will see that all the files will be saved there. Once you have uploaded all of your files at the end of the day, can you please click at the top, turn in? So I've clicked that, and that just lets your teacher know that you've finished for the day and that your work is ready to be viewed. If you have clicked turn in and then you think, oh no, I haven't quite finished, or I want to change that, don't panic. All you need to do is click undo turn in, and it will undo that. If you wanted to perhaps delete a document or edit a document, click the three dots, and you can play around. You can do that through there. Okay, so don't panic if you submit the wrong work. You can delete it or edit it using those three dots. Okay, so that's how you submit work. Okay, so I'm just going to click turn in again, and then the teacher of DOD class will know that I have submitted my work for the day. In terms of looking at your feedback, this is obviously really, really important that you are getting feedback for your work. Okay, when you go back to your team and then you click on assignments, you have the assigned, you have completed. You'll note that there no longer is anything in the assigned section. The reason being because you've already turned it in, as it says beautifully here, nothing left to turn in, hashtag winning. You'll then go on completed. Okay. Now, I actually earlier before we did this, I fed back on some work submitted on Friday the 22nd. So you can keep checking on Monday the 25th to see if your teacher's fed back. But once they have, it will look like this. So you can see that the assignment was posted on Friday the 22nd of January. Here's the work that I submitted. It's just called support sheet 1 and 2. Obviously, it will be we'd like you to label it with your name, the date, and the subject. The assignment's there if you want to look at it again. But this is really, really important. Here you can see the feedback. This here is the feedback from your teacher, and they will endeavour to try and feedback every day, at least one piece of work. And if you wanted to, say for example, like you can see the final sentence there, so can you add in 3 fronted adverbials to make your writing even better? You might want to think, okay, I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to edit my work, and then all you need to do is just add work. Let's say, for example, I've done the feedback from the teacher. I've added the 3 fronted adverbials that I was asked to do. And this is just a random document I'm putting in, but obviously you will put in the correct document. And then you can click Turn in again, which is, again, a really, really useful way of using kind of what we call a feedback loop to make sure that the feedback is continuous and ongoing. That is everything I needed to show you. The final thing I wanted to point out is that Mr. Payne is going to send out clear guidance with a kind of step-by-step process of everything I've explained. So if I've talked a bit quickly or it doesn't make sense, please do check the guidance. But I'm sure that this is going to be a really positive step forward for Team St. James, and I'm really looking forward to it next week.